everyone, and welcome to SQM Picks. I'm David Lipton. For those of you new to SQM Picks, our company, SQM, first started a blog several years ago to highlight businesses that provide outstanding customer service. Businesses that have been featured range from small mom and pop companies to some of the larger international brands. Highlighted companies come from a number of different industries, including restaurants, retail stores, medical offices, lawyers, and various tourist attractions. We've also even featured an auto body shop and a junkyard in the blogs, which just goes to prove that any business can provide outstanding customer service. Our guest today is Suri Weinberg, owner of Squibb Stationery in Weston, Ontario. Suri's store sells a number of different products, including school textbooks, office supplies, gifts, and of course, stationery. Suri, welcome to SQM Picks.
Hi, David.
So tell us a little bit about your business, where you're located, and of course, something that I've always been amazed by, how long has the business been around?
Okay, so we are in the heart of the Weston Village, which is basically Weston Road and Lawrence. We're 2 kilometers south of the 401. We're 2 blocks north of Lawrence. So we're pretty easy to find. We have been in business since 1927.
Wow.
We have been in the same location since 1935. So we're in an old house that was owned by one of the local doctors, and then it was split in two and turned into 2 commercial properties from the house. And the original owners, the Squibbs, Arthur and his wife Carrie, started the business, and their son Gordon helped out. And then when Arthur passed, Gordon took over. And when he needed to sell in 1972, another person bought it, who only had it for a very short period of time. And then he sold it to another family, and they only had it for a short period of time. So there's like an 8-year gap between the original family and my family. And we bought it in 1980. And so my parents ran it together. And when my mother passed, I came back to the business after working in other businesses with other people. And then when my father passed away, I took over the business, and now my husband works with me.
Interesting.
So
well, of course,
it's like a really nice full circle.
I know your hobby, and it's interesting. I didn't realize the storied history, not just of the people, but of the building. As you may know, my wife always calls me a big nerd because I've done a family tree of my house and my late aunt's house downtown, and it's always interesting to see the people who have owned the land or the property from way back. So take us on a quick little tour and tell me a little bit about some of the products that you sell that I might not have mentioned.
Okay, so just mind some of the mess. I am going to lift this up so you can see. So that's the entrance to the store. You can see it's I'm just going to turn around a little bit. And so we've got our back as well, which is a bit of a mess right now. So let's just go to the front of the store. Here are the majority of our hardcover textbooks. Let's see, I got to turn around. So we've got 2 large sections of textbooks that we sell to private schools and tutors. And then we've got a couple of bookshelves behind me, and there's more bookshelves over here for kids' books. One of the ones that I was just standing in front of is I've got a Holocaust section, which actually gets a little bit of interest, which is always great. Right now I've got a bit of a Taylor Swift display that's gonna expand in the next month or so. And then right behind me here, which is right at the entrance to the store, is an Afrocentric section. All the books here, for the most part, are geared to a particular market that's in our area, because we are a United Nations here. We've got people from all over Africa, from the Caribbean. So we try and offer some books up for the kids that will help them learn who they are, just as you and I know who we are. And there's a little bit of everything here. We've got an Indigenous section, or Canadiana, right behind me here. I've also got the new book out by Murray Sinclair, just released yesterday. My favorite author, who used to work in the store, Antana Shaleka. He's a great friend. This is his latest book, The Death of Tony, which is autobiographical. So let's go over to our little gifty section. This is the gift.
Mostly gifts that you sell, or mostly books that you sell, or a little bit of
Um,
everything?
it's a little bit of everything. Like right now, it's back to school time. But this is our gift area. We actually have our own honey, um, which is, it's hard to see. But can you see this, David?
Yeah, we see it.
The Squibb's honey. So we have a little bee section in the store because I have a bit of a fixation on bees. And the original owner's great grandson, who happens to be in the army, he's career army, he's a colonel now. He and his family make the honey, but they've now moved out of the country to a new post. So we are on our last little bit of honey, and we have to sort of keep it.
So let me
So
ask you another question here, because I'm
yeah,
watching the time. But aside from all of the spiffy products that you have,
yes,
you and I have talked before, and I know that you're big into community and
yes.
building strong relationships with the customers. How do you go about doing this?
We advertise obviously on our own website, which is accessible to anybody. We advertise on our Facebook page, and then I translate that, and on Instagram, and then I translate it over to our local Weston Village Neighbors page. And so anybody in the community who's on that page can see it, and they can share it even if they want privately, because you can't. Oh, I better change that finger. Um, so and it's a lot of word of mouth. It's always been a lot of word of mouth. People tell other people. I mean, one of the biggest things that we sell are Bibles. Interestingly, being a Jewish store owner, you wouldn't think that I would be selling Bibles, but we have quite a large selection of Bibles, kids' Bibles, some other religious stuff here, and it's actually one of our largest product mixes.
Well, like I said, you're in a United Nations area, so I guess they're
Yeah, yeah.
good for everybody. So listen, I know the business has changed a lot over the years.
Oh
I
yeah,
think it's
yeah.
fabulous to see a company that has been around for almost a century. Well done.
Mm.
I know you haven't been around for that long. Ha ha.
Yeah,
I know when we've been speaking on the phone or when I've been in the store, the
yeah.
locals are always popping by, just chatting with you, not even if they're buying something, but they just want to say
Hmm.
a quick hello. I really, it's great to see how Squibbs is truly part of the community. While your contact information is going to show up on the screen, please
Yeah.
take a few seconds to tell everyone how they could contact your business.
So we're at 1974 Weston Road. Like I said, 2 blocks north of Lawrence, 2 kilometers south of the 401. You can look at our website and get all of our contact information there. I won't give you our email address because it's long and annoying. So you can find it on our contact page. You can check out our Instagram, Squibbs Books, or at Squibbs Books. On Facebook, we're Squibbs Books and Stationery. And you have to make sure that you type it in properly because there are other companies named Squibb, to get the right one. But you'll see a picture of our store. I mean, our sort of our masthead, and my screensaver on my computer is of the original store, which was just 3 doors north of us, with Mrs. Squibb standing in front. It was taken in 1933 by their son Gordon, and it's just one of my favorite pictures.
Interesting.
Uh, yeah. Yeah, so long history, long history.
Perfect. Well, listen, thanks for the information and for joining us
Yeah.
today. On that note, I want to thank everybody for watching another episode of SQM Picks. Since we're always on the lookout for companies that provide outstanding customer service, if you know of any that you would like to nominate, please send an email about the business to sqmpicks@sqm.ca. Again, that's
And don't forget,
at sqm.ca. Thanks again for joining us, and look for another company to be featured on SQM Picks shortly. Have a great day.
thanks, David.